Hi, good morning. My name is Dan, and this is my channel Engelgeist. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. It is March 2nd. This is the forecast for March 2nd, Monday, March 2nd of 2020. This forecast is timeless, though. Ideally, if you're watching it on the 2nd, it's supposed to be something for the collective to sort of focus on or get an idea about, like, sort of where, energy is at, what we might want to focus on, what we might want to look towards. It's kind of like, a tarot in a way for the day, for the greater collective. It may apply to you, it may not. If it is something that's showing up in your feed later, don't worry. That could mean that you're just in vibrational alignment with this message at this time, and you might need to hear it, so you can continue to watch this video if you like. There may be something in it for you. I believe Spirit has the capacity to orchestrate all of that. So, ways you can support the channel. If you like the reading, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. You can like my Facebook business page. You can follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333. You can also subscribe to my Patreon page at Engelgeist333. There's some different readings and content that goes up over there that you guys get access to. Alright, so let's see what's in the cards today. Yesterday's reading was quite beautiful. It was definitely hopeful. A lot about transforming stuff and really finding balance by the week's end. So hopefully we're staying with that. We'll see. Let's see what the energy is for today. Okay, interesting. So we have the 5 of coins, and yesterday's reading we had the 7 of coins, right? So to me, sorry guys, my phone is ringing. I can't really answer that right now. So perfect timing for her, but whatever. So this is the 5 of coins. So this earth energy is definitely apparent in the early part of the week. We had the 7 of coins representing yesterday at the beginning, and we also had the king of coins by the midweek. So we have this earth energy going on, this pentacles energy. And to me, there is this sort of, again, I'm just going to point this out. These flames here and this skull seems like something is like burning off or needing to go away. The 7 of Pentacles made me feel like the energy was a bit anxious. There might have been, it is like sort of learning curve energy, anxiousness. It is about like monetary growth, but through, or like material growth, but through maybe, a little bit tougher lessons or a little bit of stress. To me, this card does feel a little bit stressed too, but I feel like this card is representing sort of like the burning off of that stress, the letting go of it. Like it's going from a 7 to a 5. Does that make any sense? And so I feel like the stress might be decreasing as we're heading towards this King of Pentacles in the middle of the week. This skull here is giving me this idea that there is some like really deep knowledge that's happening, maybe subconscious knowledge or awareness that's happening or needing to take place within us so that we can release some of this material world fear that we have. Remember, we had that Joy is the Creator card as our oracle card for the week, and the stone that was on that rose quartz was Imagine. So where is it that we're holding, this card makes me think, where is it that we're holding back our imagination? Where is it that we're holding back our joy? Where is it that we can release that or let those thoughts die off? Let those things sort of burn off and be let go, right? Because what's happening here is we want to have that sort of that smoothness, that groundedness that we see of the King of Coins by the midweek. And if you're not understanding what I'm saying or why this is making sense, please feel free to go back and look at the broadcast from yesterday. It will sort of make more sense. So this 5 to me feels like that sort of anxiety energy or that nervous energy of which direction do I go, how do I take this, that sort of thing. It is lessening, but it's still, we're still needing to release. There's still some like maybe this skull could represent shadow work for some of you. This skull could represent deep-seated sort of pain or emotions that you need to release. This skull could represent, shame or just stuff that holds you back. It's knowledge, don't get me wrong. Skulls are also positive symbols, right? They represent sort of deep knowledge, like kind of embedded in our system. We needed it at one point in time to keep us safe. But I think at this point, this card is telling me that it's blocking us, or this stuff is old, maybe a little bit out of date, and can be released because it is blocking us from moving forward. And we want to sort of like, it's almost like these flames feel like phoenixy to me in a way, like a phoenix from the flames. Like we want to sort of allow this old heaviness to burn off. Whatever is holding us back, we want it to sort of let go, and or we want to let go of it, ideally. You know, mock it up for old knowledge, old wisdom. We can kind of file it in the old cabinet way in the back. We don't have to keep digging it up anymore. You know, we can bury these bones, and I don't mean bury it by like avoid or not deal with. What I mean is look at them, honor them, acknowledge them, and release them. You know, they're no longer helping us to produce the material results we want, and I feel like this fire has a dynamism to it, even though this is a earth elemental card. To me, the fire, the symbols around the outside says to me that there is a transformation taking place through that fire, a spiritual transformation that takes place if we release some of the old dead thoughts within us, if that makes sense. If we let them go, we're able to kind of transform our material creation, and maybe create something that's a little bit better suited for us. Now let's see what's in the Universe Has Your Back deck from Gabby Bernstein. And if any of these decks interest you guys, just so you know, there are Amazon affiliate links in the description box. If you pull that down, you can hit the link and I get a small percentage of the sale. That's another way you can support the channel if you purchase the link through my YouTube channel. So this says, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Wow. So when I look at this sort of the kind of the releasing of this skull, the releasing of these old heavy bones, the releasing of whatever needs to be kind of let go and buried completely and be done. And then we have these two sort of, this nucleus happening within these flowers where it feels like something new is coming about, some sort of new change, some sort of new perception, some sort of new growth, and it is more in alignment with where we fit in our world. It's going to place us and move us into a place where we feel that alignment. We can actually sort of, it may feel, let me say this, it might feel a little bit delicate. This pink and these flowers make me feel like there's a little bit of, we might feel a little delicate or vulnerable, but it's okay. There's strength in this card. This peace cannot be disrupted. You know, peace is more of a, I don't want to say a passive energy, but it's a very strong, powerful energy when you can attain it. When you have true peace, nothing can sort of rock it, right? And that's what we all sort of seek. So in an effort to give ourselves that, we need to kind of release whatever might be holding us back and allow that to sort of burn off, so that this new nucleus of softness, beauty, this sort of pink reminds me of that Imagine stone from yesterday, that rose quartz stone of Imagine. It reminds me of like sort of that heart chakra. It reminds me of sort of like getting into our heart and what it is we want, and getting that in alignment with that love, either for ourselves or for those around us, and allowing that to bring us into that peace that won't be disrupted. That's that king of coins that we see by the midnight. Let's see what's going on with the grounding stone. And the grounding stone is just an idea or concept that you want to sort of ground in for the day. Oh shoot, sorry, dropped it. So this is on white marble. This is promise. So I'm going to say this. I always say promise means sort of two different things. It always takes me in two different directions. The idea of making a promise to oneself or to others, I feel like today this is the promise to ourselves. The promise to ourselves to sort of let this go, allow the transformation to take place, and allow that new part of ourselves to step forward. Allow the new part of our being, or who we want to be, to kind of come forward in love and in alignment with in the best possible way that we know how. Now, that may not be perfect, but nobody's perfect, guys. We're all human beings, right? So we're not looking for perfect alignment. We're looking for peaceful sort of peace, gratitude, things like that. But this promise stone makes me think about making the promise to ourselves to actually do the the release that's taking place here, to face this. This skull might be something that we maybe fear a little bit. This skull might be something that, like I said, it might be a little scary for us. But when we look at it, it really is just that. It's an old memory or old piece of wisdom, ultimately, or knowledge that we've been carrying with us that no longer serves us, right? And we have this much more beautiful um, piece of knowledge that's more in alignment with who we are now, that brings with it promise also of new things to come, of new levels of peace, of new levels of joy. So begin to imagine that, like the stone from yesterday, because that's your theme, is open your imagination. What would it feel like to have the things that we want? What would it feel like to, you know, actually get where we're going with ease and grace? I believe that that can be achieved this week, or I believe we can transform our minds into thinking that. We are getting ready, soon to come. We've got one more week of this retrograde, so right now this would be a nice time to kind of look at some of these things and start to let them go. This Pisces retrograde is about digging that stuff up and letting it go. That emotional, deep-seated, spiritual stuff, the psychic stuff, you know. Um, and then promising to ourselves that we'll do that work, that we will do that, make that effort, or make that, not effort, but make that, not even attempt, attempt's not the right word either. I want to say we'll make that work. I like work because not only does work mean that we have to work, but we're going to make it work out, right? So we'll make that work today. We'll promise to ourselves that we are going to look at ourselves dead on, address the things that we feel need to be addressed, bringing about the new that promotes growth, alignment, peace, and love within our universe, our immediate world. And as we do that, when we make that promise to ourselves, we also open up the doors to the promised land, or the idea of more promise in our lives. Okay? So that is your forecast for the day. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please, if you did, give the video a like, a thumbs up, and tune in tomorrow. You can follow me on all my social medias. If you're interested in a private reading, please feel free to contact me via the Facebook business page, or you can direct message me on Instagram. And I think that's it, you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, much love. Bye bye.